Good day, boxing fans. Saturday night on the Zone, early hours in the morning here in South Africa, Bernice Fabaja Ferreira will attempt to become a WBC World Super Featherweight Champion in the female division against her house fighter from Canada, even though they're fighting in the USA. And she was born in France, and that's Caroline Veer, who is a WBC Super Featherweight Champion, or Junior Lightweights as some call it, 130 pounds. We have a WBC World Champion, a male champion in the form of strawweight champion Siyakolwa Kuse. Now, can Bernice Ferreira do it for the female fighters and up in Caroline Veer overseas in America? I think she's a very live underdog. Let's break down the fight. The records of these two fighters is kind of similar. Caroline Veer is 11-1. She had a defeat in Mexico there against a relatively unknown fighter at the time. She's never knocked anyone out. She hasn't got any knockouts. Now, the female game, we know that there's very little knockouts. They don't tend to knock each other out. Whether it's just a difference in power or 2-minute rounds, I think it's a bit of both. But Caroline Veer hasn't got any knockouts as a pro. Now, she has got a substantial amateur track record. She was an Olympian, so there's that. I don't know what Ferreira's amateur background is, but South Africa in the amateurs, we don't have anything to compare to that. So safe to say that Veer's got a better amateur grounding, even though they're similar as pros. Ferreira's got 2 fights less. She's 10-0 with 4 knockouts to her credit. And Bernice Ferreira, I call her the Badger. I think it's a very good nickname. She's a fighter that I rate. I saw her in a second pro fight here from ringside in Cape Town. She was fighting a girl by the name of Sammy Snedden. And she boxed very well. She stuck to a game plan. She moved. She used the jab well. That's only her second fight, and was the other girl's debut. And she won on points. And since then, she's gone from strength to strength. Back then, I liked what I saw with Bernice Ferreira. She can follow a game plan. She's calm in the ring. She focuses. And she's got good fundamentals. She moves well. She's got a good jab. She can throw a couple of combinations when she has to. And she is now at this stage of her career met different styles. You know, in her last 4 fights, or 3 of her last 4 fights, she beat fighters, albeit local fighters, but fighters that had some experience on the international scene. She beat Bukiwe Nonina. She won the SA title from Nozipo Bell. And in the last fight, she won the vacant IBO world title against Ellen Simwaka, the South African-based Malawian fighter. And now she will be going for the WBC world title, a more prestigious belt, and her IBO belt is also on the line, so it's actually a unification. Now, I think Bernice has had the right kind of experience leading into this fight. It would have been nice if she had experience fighting on the road. But, you know, things are not ideal if you're based in a country like South Africa. In the female game, often there's a lot of fighters on a sort of lower rungs of a game. And then it gets sort of on a national level. And then they have to jump straight to world championship level. There's not sort of fighters in between the world champions and the sort of run-of-the-mill local championship material fighters. There seems to be a big gap there, unlike the male game, so it's difficult to climb the steps. Now, I think Ferreira in her last fight, she made very hard work of it, but she did come through. She survived rough spots against Ellen Simwaka, and she won on points. It was a hard-fought fight. Then on the other hand, Caroline Veer in her last fight won the WBC world title. She did it by outpointing Delphine Persoon. Now, I think it was much more competitive, that fight, than it showed on the cards. We know Delphine Persoon well, you know? So that's a fighter that's much, much better than anyone Bernice Ferreira has faced. Persoon, you know, many people felt she won. She deserved the decision in the first fight with Katie Taylor when they fought for the undisputed lightweight title. She lost a rematch to Taylor as well, and there Taylor clearly won. But she really made a name in that first fight in Madison Square Garden against Katie Taylor, and she's a multiple world champion, Delphine Persoon, and in many ways similar to Ellen Simwaka in the fact that she is very tough, very physical, very strong, very awkward and unorthodox. She just comes in, puts you under pressure, and throws from weird angles. Although obviously now Persoon is much more accomplished than Simwaka is, but it's a similar sort of fighter. Caroline Feira didn't look very good in that fight to me. She looked bothered by the pressure of Persoon, and she got points deducted for holding, which has happened in previous fights of her. Now Caroline Feira and Bernice Ferreira, their last fights, you can't really use it as a good comparison because they fought rough, tough brawlers, and that's not what they're going to be fighting in each other. And it's a fight now between two boxers. Feira likes to stick and move. She moves a lot. She's quick on her feet. She's almost like a game of tag. She hits you with a jab, hooks off a jab, hits you with a few shots, and then she moves this way, then she moves that way. She changes the direction that she moves all the time. She doesn't like to pressure, she doesn't like to fight on the inside. Then she will hold and grab and smother you. So she likes to hit and run. That's Caroline Veer. Bernice Ferreira can fight aggressively and she can fight on the back foot. She can do a bit both, but she's not a brawler. And if she wants to beat Caroline Veer, she's going to have to put her under pressure because Veer is going to stick and move. So I think the danger for Bernice Ferreira, Veer's got that amateur background. She knows how to squeeze out the close rounds, when to get busy, when to get on her bicycle. So I suspect Bernice Ferreira is going to have to chase Caroline Veer down and be the busier fighter. And she's not the house fighter. It's very, very hard to win. The good thing for Ferreira, she doesn't have to worry about getting knocked out against Caroline Veer because that'll be the first knockout of Veer's pro career. She don't have to worry about power so much. I think the thing for Ferreira, she's going to have to worry about catching Caroline Veer because Veer bends her upper body quite well, changes levels quite well. She's hard to hit. So I'm sure Caroline Veer is going to stick and move and use her speed and just go to win on points like she's always done and smother the fight on the inside. Now Ferreira, she's got a good defense, but she can get caught. She did get caught with a few wild shots there through the fight against Simwaka. But as I've said, Veer is not Simwaka, it's not the same style, and Ferreira is not Delphine Persoon. She can throw those things out. So for Ferreira, she's got to not be all by the occasion. She's got to be busy with her hands, and she's going to have to throw a lot of punches because she's going to miss a lot of punches, and she's going to have to be able to cut off the ring. She was able to do it somewhat against Bukewe and Nonina, but Nonina, even though she's tall, we know she's a fighter that came up all the way from bantamweight through her career, not before the fight with Ferreira, but I think Caroline Veer will be physically stronger than Bukewe and Nonina. And this is a tall order, like any South African going for a world title abroad. But I think Bernice Ferreira is very, very live. The big danger is that Veer will just get away, throw a few jabs and move, pick her spots here and there, just bank the rounds and run out of points winner, even if it's close. I thought the Delphine Persoon fight were closer than it was on the cards, as I've said, although Persoon had a hell of a time trying to hit her. So that is basically the thing. Pereira's going to need to cut off that ring. She's going to need to work the body, and she's going to try. She'll have to maintain the distance, because if she's too close to Veer, she's going to get smothered in a clinch. Who's going to win? I think, all South Africans fighting abroad for world titles are underdogs. So if you're just going to be a safe betting man, you're going to bet on Caroline Veer. But I like Bernice Ferreira's chances here. There's not power to be intimidated with. She's just going to have to nail down Caroline Veer and be aggressive, be first, and cut off the ring and throw a lot of punches. A lot of them will miss, as I've said. But that way, and then she's got to hope she's going to get it on the judges' card. So judges are definitely going to be for Caroline Veer there. She's got the more upside. She's got the promoter behind her. She's from Canada. There's a bigger boxing culture in Canada. They're going to be able to make more money going forward with Caroline Veer. So Ferreira is going to have to really pull out all the stops. Now, if the judges are on the level, they are fair. I'm kind of feeling Bernice Ferreira in this fight. Even though she didn't look hot stuff in her last fight against Ellen Simwaka, no one looks good against Ellen Simwaka. Ellen is awkward, Ellen is tough, just like no one looks terrific against Delphine Persoon on the other hand. But I'm going to stick my neck out. I think Bernice Ferreira is going to pull this one off. She's going to pull off an upset, and she's going to win the WBC title. So I'm going for Bernice Ferreira by split decision Tell me down in the comments if you think it's wishful thinking. And that's it. Let's go Badger. We're all rooting for you here in South Africa. Bring us home another green belt. We would really, really like that. And until we see each other again, remember to keep those hands up.